Welcome back to On About Today. We're still talking 2019. I'm joined by Chuck and Brent. I want to ask you a quick question. As we wrap up the year, this is our last show. When you look back at 2019, personally, are you excited that it's over? You ready to jump into the new year? Has this been one of your best years? Where does it fall? I don't know if that makes sense. These are the kind of conversations we have at our dinner table. So,
you want to go first, or?
You go first.
Okay. Is there a word that means more than yes? Because yes, I'm ready for 2019 to be. It's a hard yes for 2019 to pass. And
okay.
I'll maybe explain a little bit.
You need a hug.
Maybe.
Yeah.
See me after the show. But yeah, I'm ready for it to move on. And maybe later, when we look forward, I'll explain that further.
Okay, sounds good.
So interesting. Actually, I'm kind of on the same plane as you are. Yeah. And we've never talked about this, I don't think, between the three of us. But yeah, I will be ready for 2019, and it's basically kind of a health thing. And moving forward, and I'll talk a little bit about it, moving forward in 2020. But I've got a big challenge ahead of me. But there's definitely solutions to it and that sort of thing. I'm not trying to be vague, and we may talk about it a little bit later. But
well, I hope we do talk about it.
Yeah.
And we'll make time to talk about it.
It's a journey, yeah. It's a journey, and and I think I've seen other people kind of talk about this same journey, and I guess I don't want to.
Should we just talk about it now?
Yeah, let's talk about it now. So, so I have prostate cancer, and in that journey with this and all that I've learned about it is a lot of men get prostate cancer.
My father just last year had his removed.
All right.
Yeah. Yep.
And there are a lot of options, and so this has really been something that I didn't see coming. Yeah, I mean, who does?
Right.
Yeah.
But when it does, you think, okay, I can break down over this, or I can get educated and I can move forward, and I chose to get educated and move forward.
That sounds like you too.
Right.
That's you. That's who you are.
But anyway, so I now have, I'll be taking treatments in 2020, I think almost 6 weeks. But again, you can still work when you're doing the treatments and that kind of thing. And so I have so appreciated so many men that I've talked to that have gone through it, and they're doing fine. And again, a lot of men go through this. Most go on a great number, for years and years, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. But we'll deal with it, and we'll talk about it more in 2020. But,
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to try to end on. Thank you for sharing, and we should. I hope you will take the opportunity at some time to talk to our viewers about if there are checkups or things that are preventative.
Yes.
Because I'm ignorant myself. And this is going to be hard to transition right
I
now
know.
to our
Now
next
take a left
topic.
turn.
Gifts.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a good one. Yeah.
You're a professional, and I know you can do it.
Yeah.
So I asked you guys to try to come up with just a couple creative gifts that we all get in our situations where we don't know what to give somebody. So let's start with Brent.
Okay.
And
well, I made a list because I try to keep a running list so that way I don't have to come up with one all the time. So a travel bag filled with supplies. That's always a
like what
favorite.
kind of supplies?
Just like travel size shampoos, whatever you might
Band-Aids.
need.
Yeah, okay.
Anything you might need. Packing cubes, which are great to put your clothes in, also for packing for travel.
What is that?
That's where you can shove a lot of stuff and then press the air out and then pack it a lot. You can pack things a lot tighter. Little things that you don't think about until you need them. But anyway, a sock or underwear club subscription. I got that from someone once and loved it. You get a little present every month. That's kind of cool.
Are they just, and you can pick out themes or?
No, not necessarily. I think the person giving the gift may get to pick that for you because mine just came in the mail for a year.
Your underwear came in the mail?
Socks and underwear.
Okay.
So you get both. Yeah, it's not uncommon.
It's not, because that sounds weird.
It's totally not weird. They send you a couple pair of each, and you can keep them, and it's just a nice way to get something every month instead of just one gift a year.
Okay.
A dash cam's another one I think would be of value to a lot of folks. That's something you may not be thinking about, but it's really cool when you have one.
What is a dash cam? Where you can see?
Yeah, it mounts in the front of the back of your car, and it constantly records. So if you're in an accident or you want to go back and check something, it's really kind of cool to have. I've had at least 2 friends use them, and one of whom was saved from being charged with the actual fault of an accident because he had it.
So is that under $500?
Oh, totally. Yeah, they're not much at all.
Or some road rage crazy person comes up to you.
Yeah, you got it all on. You got it all on
camera.
tape. It is really, it's a cool gift. Something I wouldn't have thought of until he put it in his car.
Okay. Well, those are very interesting, and I bet a lot
Was I
of people.
supposed to come back with something more exciting?
No, it's great.
I have to say, we were talking about Schitt's Creek earlier, and in the episode where Patrick and David go hiking, and it's the proposal, and they get the thorn in his foot, and he's like, "You've got everything packed, but you don't have a Band-Aid in there." And that was what Pam said.
Yes.
In this little travel thing, do you have a Band-Aid?
Band-Aid? Yes. No, I remember that episode well, yes. And I would put Band-Aids in there. I always travel with Band-Aids.
Okay, good to know. Chuck, what do you recommend for our viewers out there? Of gift
For me,
giving?
the gift that will keep on giving, and it's a book by a friend of mine, and he is an incredible writer, but it's The Whispers. And it so touched me when I read this the first time. Phenomenal book. A young boy is looking for his mother who is missing, and I don't want to say any more than that, but the young boy is also dealing with his own sexuality and understanding, being gay, and then this journey again of looking for his mom. It is just a phenomenal book.
Yeah, it's a good read, and Greg Howard has been on the show.
I love how it's an
number of
emotional,
times.
thoughtful gift, and mine are like practical.
I know.
Get a new vacuum.
And Greg's coming back on the show in January to talk about his new book, Middle School's a Drag, which is another phenomenal book.
Sounds
So, yeah,
interesting
yeah.
just by the name.
Yeah.
So we have less than a minute, as we do. We have 30 seconds. So just tell me something you're looking forward to in 2020 before we wrap.
Do I need to say the election? Because it's the election.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll talk about it
Maybe
once
we'll
or
talk
twice
about it, yeah.
next year.
I'm looking forward to Hamilton. I can't wait to see Hamilton.
Yeah.
Oh, and the SCOTUS ruling on LGBT worker protections comes out in 2020 as
Yeah.
well, so that's a big one to watch.
All right. That's all the time we have for. But don't go away out there, because Chuck will take a look back at the theater scene of 2019. Stay with us.